Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be unboxing these three pop race models. Now before we jump in, if you do like the content, please make sure to drop it a like and also subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. But now let's go straight into the first car of the video, which is this Porsche Singer, but it's the Mulholland Drive version. Now there is quite a bit of interesting history to do with this car, which I will get into, but to start off you can see that the box comes in that dark blue that the Mulholland Drive Porsche comes in. You can also see it's got all the details on the side of the box and also all the socials as well. And just like the other pop races from the previous video, you can see all of the details on the box. Off the get-go, you'll just think this model is just an absolutely stunning piece of artwork. With just the paintwork alone, you can see the deep blue, also the sparkle in it, and also them abstract lines that create the patterns. But that's not all it seems, as when you take a closer look, it's actually a lot more intricate than that. That starts with the abstract white lines, or better known as contours in the mountainside, as that's actually what they represent. And then also the blue paint also represents a deep ocean scene. Now the orange line, you're probably thinking, well, what's that then? That's a coastal road. Now it's not just any coastal road, and it's not just any mountains. It's the California mountains, and especially the Mulholland Drive Pacific Coastal Road in California. Now that's significant because that road specifically was a great tourist attraction in the late 60s and early 70s, where it was used for a lot of illegal street racing. Now this model pays homage to that era of racing, with obviously, like I say, the topography of the hills and the contour of the land around the Pacific Coastal Road itself, and then also the road going across the whole model and throughout the countryside. Now onto the actual detail of the model itself, which, as you can see, proportionally it's extremely well done. You can see detail wise, again, very well done. It's got a nice tan interior which complements the car well. It's also got really detailed wheels, but unfortunately you can't see a brake caliper or disc behind them, as it is just a solid piece. But the main thing that is missing is the two Porsche decals which go either side of the car on the door panels, which are missing from the model, which they do stand out quite a lot, with them being the same colour orange as the road on top. Like I say, the detail is exceptionally well done. You can see the rally style fog lights on the front of the car, which aren't exactly detailed the best, but you can see that they are still painted silver. But the actual headlights themselves, extremely well detailed, same as the tail lights as well. As you can see, the silver housing around them to give them that retro style look. Let me know your thoughts on the historic style paint job on this car. But with that being said, now let's move on to the second model, which is this EVA RT Test 01 Aston Martin GT3. And as you can see, it comes in this crazy purple and green livery scheme, with the same sort of pattern style being on the box. As you can see, it's got the honeycomb pattern style. It's got the EVA R on the box and the number 1 on the side, and like I say, all the detail, all the socials and all the warnings all over the box that you would need. Already off the get-go, you can see, just like the Porsche, that this Aston Martin really stands out. The paint job just jumps straight out into your face and just pops. It's so vibrant. You can see how deep and how sparkly that purple is, and it's really set off by the green, yellow and blue accents. You can also see on the front of the model, as well as the super aggressive splitter and front end, you can see that it's got yellow tinted headlights, which really do set the model off and make it super aggressive. You can also see that the wheels do spin, but not super well, but you can see that there is tyre writing on them and there is a brake disc behind them. Fortunately, you can't really see a caliper, but it's not the end of the world. You can also see the roll cage through the rear window, and also a really aggressive diffuser on the back of the car, which gladly didn't fall off the model this time, if you did watch the last video. but you can see these are screwed bases, so if you don't like the wheel choice, you can easily change them. In the light, you can really see how deep and how much sparkle is in that purple paint job, and how there really isn't any defects at all that you can notice. And that's a really good thing that I have noticed with Pop Race, is their paint application is absolutely spot on. But you can also see how well the casting is actually done in general, with there being amazing detail on the front and the rear of the model, and also the decals just being absolutely perfect and very easy to read. You can't see where they've been placed at all as well, which is always a bonus. Now, I would have liked to see a little bit more detail on the rear of the model for the tail lights, but you can't really complain, as it is a really hard design on the Aston Martin to copy. But now let's move on to the final car of the video, which is this Toyota Pandem GI Yaris in the beautiful Pandem livery. Now, just like the previous models, you can see it's got all the details on the box, and it does come in the same colour scheme as the car as well. You can also see there is a dent on the front of the box, and that is because I did drop it unfortunately, but the actual model itself is completely fine, so that's a big testament on the packaging itself. But onto the model, I do have something I have to say from the get-go. As detailed as the GI Yaris are, unfortunately this one does slightly let it down. As you can see, the decals on the one side are just backwards, and you just can't understand them. And I don't understand why they've done that. As you can see on this side, it's completely perfect, but they've just gone the cheaper route and printed the same set of decals and used them on the other side, which just really isn't the way to go, in my opinion. But as you can see, the wheels are very well detailed. You can see tyre writing and also brake discs behind the wheels. You can see all the detail towards the rear of the model with the badges and the roll cage, and also the really aggressive struts to hold the spoiler in place. But like I say, proportionally and detail wise, this model is absolutely spot on. It might seem a little accentuated, but the GI Yaris, especially the Pandem, is extremely aggressive in real life and is an extremely wide car, so the aggression is matched. But the one thing that does really let this model down, like I say, is the fact that the decals on the one side are the wrong way. The application of them, extremely well done. The paint application overall, extremely well done. But the decals, why put them the wrong way? We'll never know. You can't see too much detail on the interior because of how aggressive the roll cage is, but I suppose the roll cage is mainly the interior detail, which is fine. You can obviously see the seat and the dashboard, but again, when it comes to taking pictures of this model, like you can see here, and videos, the decals have really let it down. Like it doesn't make sense. But enough about the decals. As you can see, all three models are extremely well detailed and extremely well made. So let me know which one was your favourite out of the three in today's video, and also why in the comments below. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to drop it a like and also share it around with your friends if you have enjoyed. I'm going to wrap the video up here guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.